How you doing, everybody? This is Top here. I'm going to talk about some new games that came out on E3, and here's another cool game. I really enjoyed this game, and I was really impressed by the visuals and just the overall effort and diversity in this game. And that being, this game was developed by a small group of developers. You could tell these developers put a lot of heart and soul in this game just by looking at it, and I'm very impressed with this game and looking forward to playing it. I believe it's only on PlayStation 4, and the style of game is like you're an explorer. You explore different worlds. Here you can see like different kind of animals and kind of dinosaurs and different things like that. And I guess every world that you explore is new. Every player starts out in their own world, and every world is different. So, and then described by the developers, it's kind of like the world is infinite. So it's so many things that you can explore. It's just ongoing and new, and that just sounds amazing. Coming from a small group of developers, pretty amazing and ambitious to be doing a game this big. But these are one of the games that I will be playing, and I'm looking forward to. I was really impressed by this demo. They've had a lot of bad luck, these development group. They've actually had a flood and lost all their software and all their game stuff, and then it looks as though Sony really saw the effort they were putting into this and kind of backed them up, which is nice to see. And I really believe that this game will be great. Here you see they go from the planet, jumps in the spaceship, boom, he's in outer space, flying through this asteroid field, other spaceships flying around him. You can see other spaceships kind of warp into the scene, and it's just like this open world, non-stop, flying through different galaxies, and just makes you feel as though you literally have everywhere, like there's no bounds. You can just go anywhere you want to go, and I think that's really cool and makes the game really different from a lot of other games, especially for an indie game coming up. That is the amazing thing about it. Here he's going to go from outer space into another planet, and you can see Solus Prime of the name of that planet, and then you kind of said discovered by. So I'm wondering if when you discover a planet, is it actually going to show that you discovered that planet? And if that's the case, that's something I'll really be looking forward to, because you discover a new planet, bang your name's on it. Any other players who play see that you're the one that discovered that planet, which makes it even more interesting to explore and try to find different areas. So I give a lot of credit to these developers. I'm really looking forward to this game, and I'm just wondering what other people think. Were you impressed by this game? Will this be one of the games that you'll play or buy? And hopefully we'll see more of this game very soon. And the game's name is No Man's Sky. I know I didn't mention that in the beginning, but just kind of leaving it for the end. So hope y'all check it out. Now moving on, here's another great game that I thought was a standout at E3. And this is more for PlayStation 4. I'm a PlayStation 4 user, so for those Xbox players, I really have to give credit to Xbox One for their presentation. It was really great. But for me, for PlayStation 4, I kind of picked the games that I thought, I would be playing on PlayStation 4, obviously. Now, there are other obvious AAA titles, but this was one of the ones that stood out for me, Far Cry 4. Always loved the Far Cry series, and Far Cry has always been that kind of open world, go anywhere you want to go, skydive, fly a plane, do all those different things, and really keeping the visuals strong at the same time. I don't know if it was fly a plane, but I know hang gliding was in it, if I remember correctly, which was really cool in Far Cry 3. So in this one, I think you're doing like you have a wingsuit. So being that you're all on this mountainous terrain, what you can do is to kind of jump from mountain to mountain using this wingsuit. And later on in the game, you're going to get an opportunity to see the wingsuit in action, which I found to be really cool. Now, you can see on the screen for this video, there's kind of captions if you want to read and get a better idea of what's going on while I'm talking. But I want to know, what do you think about this game? Will this be a game that you'll pre-order? I think Far Cry is one of those games you can't really refuse not getting. It stands out. It's a beautiful game, a lot of playability. They usually add in a multiplayer, but one cool thing I know in this game that they'll be doing is that another player can join your game, and that player doesn't even have to own the game. Now, that is amazing. That player doesn't even have to own the game, yet they can join your game. I don't know how they're going to be able to, to do that, but that sounds really cool. So If I had a friend who never played Far Cry and I wanted him to join my game, boom, he joins, he helps me, he sees what it's like, then he wants to buy the game. Now, that's a great way of selling your game without having a, maybe not throwing out a demo or anything like that, just having people join on, friends to help them, and instantly have the opportunity to play the game. So really cool feature that they'll be adding there, and that one there stood out to me. Also, there you saw one of the tools, which was the grapple hook, a different style, so I guess you can use it in different ways, kind of to swing, hook onto rocks above you, and use it in that kind of fashion. Now here I guess we're going to look for something up here, and I guess that graffiti was kind of a sign telling him that something was over there. So here we are going to do in true Far Cry fashion. We're going to move up here and check out one of these camps. Now in Far Cry 3 you used to always have the same type of camps. You'd kind of take over the camp, then you control more of the area. As you controlled more of the area, you could see more of the area, then you can move on forward. So I guess they're going to be moving with the same idea. But here you can see some of the weapons again. You've got a crossbow, and also they were talking about something cool, which was the melee. Not only do you melee like from the top, you can actually melee like kick. So if you look down, you can kick stuff. So it makes it kind of cool here. You're going to see the way he uses it. He throws the C4 on the drum, kicks the drum, and then boom, he uses it like an explosive, which was amazing, that he could kick the drum. So I'm looking forward to using that, and how it could play out in other different situations, maybe like kick a bottle to get somebody's attention, or if you're real morbid or anything like that, you can just walk around and kick bodies. That'd be crazy still, but hey, it's Far Cry, right? Do what you want to do. So here we are, we're gonna jump in a vehicle, and this is one of these little vehicles. We're gonna just drive around, like Indonesian kind of taxis or Philippine kind of taxis. I've seen these things before, but here we're going to use it to chase down some of these bad guys. And here he is using that Tech 9, kind of shooting while driving. Now another cool feature that I saw here in the gameplay was that you could jump out of another vehicle and then take the enemy's other vehicle, kind of like Indiana Jones kind of thing, which is really cool, and I thought was very interesting here. And a nice addition, instead of having to chase the enemy, stop his car, block it, wait till he gets out, then shoot him. You don't have to do that. You can just kind of jump in and take his vehicle. Now there was a cool scene right there, and here's where you're using your wingsuit, and flying through the mountains. Now you can see where this could be really cool, traversing a lot of the big areas in Far Cry. Just jump from one mountain rock to another and kind of use your wingsuit and just fly from one area to another, which makes it, really cool getting from one place to another. And you know how Far Cry does it, it's really cool. So I'm gonna end it here. There's more gameplay if you'd like to see, just check out any one of the E3 videos and you could see. Hope you enjoy.